Hello, stamping friends. Welcome to this week's video here at Magnolia's Place. I'm Carol Parsons, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in sunny South Carolina. Each week, usually Monday, I post a video on my YouTube channel. I say usually because I'm a little off schedule here lately due to doctor's appointments and surgery, and I think I'm about to be back on track. Anyway, what I want to show you today is a fun fold. Do you like making them? Well, this one, let me get it together here. There we go. There's the card, and I'll show you the fun part in just a minute. But I wanted to talk to you about what I've got free for anyone who makes a $50 or more purchase from my online store during September or October. I posted this on my blog already, but I wanted to show you here too. It's this box, has a belly band, and I used the same suite, and now it ran out of my head. It's called Pretty Florals. And the other one that goes with it, the whole suite. This bundle is Pretty Florals, and this one is something else. And here's the box. And it holds, well, these three are very thick. So you could hold 4 if they were not as thickly made. But the directions for these cards and this box will all be provided in a PDF file tutorial, as well as an exclusive video just for people who make an order with me. So now that I have that, let's talk about this. Oh wait, what did I want to tell you? There have been new things uploaded to the clearance rack, which we're now calling the last chance portion of the website on Stampin' Up. They were added today. Online exclusive demonstrators got to look at them today, and they'll be available to you in November, and there's some really awesome things on there. It seems like there was something. Oh, the tags, and I don't have them to show you because I can't find them. And that never happens to me. I put them someplace, and I thought, oh, this is a good place. I was cleaning up because my sister-in-law was here. Well, now I can't remember where I put them. But anyway, we have a kit that makes tags, Christmas gift tags, using nutcrackers, and they are so adorable. There's pictures on my blog, and if you look at the Stampin' Up! Website, you'll see them there in the online exclusives. They are amazing. The kit is $25, I think, and it makes maybe 16 tags, and they're like 2-tier tags. Plus, they're 3-dimensional because the kit comes with Stampin' Dimensions, dimensionals, you know, so you can build up the layers. They're just so fun. They are the coolest thing. You got to check them out. Okay, now are you ready to see this? Okay, so here's how the card's supposed to work. And I made a mistake, but I've got a great way to fix it. Okay, so far you don't see a mistake, right? And here you don't see a mistake. That's pretty. This is called an inside-outside spotlight stamping. But here's the mistake. See, I have this neat way of putting this in that spot so that it's directly over the inside. And it involves tracing. Well, I don't know, but I traced it with the pencil too hard. I don't know why. And then I had to move it a little bit because it was out of kilter, and then I got glue that I couldn't get off. So I thought, oh, no problem. I'll just, use a blending brush or something. Well, I tried the blending brush and that didn't work. Then I tried stamping it with the splotches, and that hides it pretty well, but I really don't like that. That's just ugly. So this is the cutout left from this portion, and I used the Textured Notes die cuts for this, right? So thank goodness I saved it, because look what I can do. I'm just going to glue that there. It won't be quite an inside outside, but it's going to cover up the ugly and still look nice from the outside. So hopefully I'm going to make one with you today that won't have any boo-boos in it. All right, now what are we going to use to make these? Well, we are going to use the Layers of Beauty stamp set and dies and the masks to color with. So I have the stamp already mounted on my block. Okay, and why is it in this instead of the case? Well, coming up next month, you will see that we are moving to a different storage solution, or also a way of putting our products when they come to you. They'll be in a bag similar to this, but a little more substantial. They'll be like this, only the correct size. This is the size that the masks are in, but it's this type of very thick plastic, this style of envelope. And I got in a hurry and wanted to have all of my stamps packaged in this manner, like now, and the envelopes weren't available yet. Well, they're available next month in the online exclusive store. I could get them now as a demonstrator, but I already bought all of mine. And since I couldn't wait for Stampin' Up, impatient me, I ordered these online, and these are nice. They're thinner than those, but they're very nice. And all of my stamps now take up a lot less room. You can find a blog post on my blog with my mini reorganization or mini makeover of my stamping space. And now I'm in a happy place. Okay, so we're going to use that, and we're also going to use, this is the stamp set Textured Notes, and these are the dies that go with it. And we're going to be using the 1, 2, 3, 4th largest size. Okay. So, Layers of Beauty, and we'll be using, of course, the stencils. All right, so let me put a new sheet. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to quit using this. I'll just do that. I need more space. Excuse me, I'm going to move you a little bit to work. And I think this will be better for me. It won't be advertising for my site, but oh well. Okay. Now, is there sticky? Yep. Okay, then I'm going to put this on top, and I'm going to move you just a little. Hold on. I try not to shake you too much. Then I need to get back up here and make sure you're still even. Yes. All right. So now we're ready. All right. So the first thing you need to do is have a card base. And in this case, I used 4 1/4 by, no, wait a minute, 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. There you go. So here's the card base. And you want to die cut. Remember we talked about the 4th largest die in that set. You want to die cut a rectangle right in the dead center. And due to the magic of videos, that's done. You know, I don't want you to have to sit and watch me do a die cut. So there's that. And then we want to stamp 2 of these images. We want to use black ink. So I used our Memento Tuxedo Black. And again, due to the magic of videography, there we go. We have 2 of these, and they've been die cut using the dies that me show you the die I used right here. Okay. So, stamped and die cut. I've used 2. Okay. And now, oh, and I have a tip for you. This is, oh my gosh, I love this thing. This is not a Stampin' Up! Product. This is made, it is really sticky, which is awesome. This is made by Waffle, hang on, I've got the package right here. Waffle something, Waffle House, Waffle Flower, here we go. This is the Waffle Flower Grip Mat. And I think I got it on Amazon. It's been a while since I've had it, but I love this. I don't have to hold the masks with my hands or try to use repositionable tape. It just works brilliantly. And what we're going to do, let's put it this way, because in my mind, this is right side up. And we need the first one. And it's about right there. There we go. All right, so I'm going to take a pencil, and you see that little notch in the mask right there? Well, that's, if I line up every subsequent mask with that notch, they will be in the right place. And look, since this mat is so sticky, I don't have to hold it. I don't have to mess with repositionable tape. It just sticks on there. I love this thing. Okay, now let me remember what colors I used. I think I used, yeah, I did, Petal Pink. All right, so let's start out with Petal Pink. And yes, that's a Petal Pink thing. And I've got some scratch paper right here. So I'm just gonna tap it a little bit there, and then hit the flowers. And I want some of the areas to be darker and some to be lighter. And some of the flowers to have a lot of dark and some of the flowers to have a little dark. You know, just like in real life. Change it up a little bit. Oh, very nice. I'm liking that. Okay, whoops. There we go. Get that off. Okay, there was one. All right, that was Petal Pink. And then I used, yeah, Strawberry Slush was the second color. I haven't cleaned my mask, so I want to make sure I have the same colors or I'll have a real mess. All right, so it's going to be about there. Ooh, very good. Okay, and then just push a little bit on the mat so that it sticks. And Strawberry Slush. No, that's red. I gotta find a brush that will be pink. Let me see here. Yep, that's pink. Okay. Strawberry Slush, and I'm going to do the centers. I want darker. And then the other part, lightly. Light application. There we go. All right, let's remove this one. That grip mat is some tough stuff. Isn't that cool? Oh, look how pretty. All right, and then the third flower color I used before was Poppy Parade. So, there. This is a red brush. Okay, and that will be this one. There. Okay. And okay. I want this to be a little deeper because it's the smallest part color-wise. So I want there to be a lot of contrast. You know, I have done so many combinations of colors in the masking of this flower, and every one comes out beautiful. It doesn't seem to matter what you do. It's just gorgeous. All right, so now we need greens, 2 greens, and I use soft sea foam and granny apple green. I wanted to be a little daring because at first I thought, oh, soft sea foam's way too light. Oh, it wasn't. It looked so pretty. Okay, now let's see what we can do about getting this lined up exactly perfect. Well, close to exactly perfect. So how's your weather been? Boy, that hurricane off the coast of the southeastern United States cooled us off. Oh, how nice, how nice, how nice. It's been in the 70s, which is wonderful for us this time of year. I got to sit outside for a long time this morning working on a Bible study lesson. All right, now I'm going to do some dark spots. Oh, and I have another tip for you too. When you are washing these masks or when you're rubbing on with this, be careful and not be too vigorous. Look right here. Can you see how these are raised up a little bit? That's what happens. And they can easily, I'm assuming easily, break. And you really don't want them to be pulled up like this. I was a little too vigorous when I first got them because this is the first mask I've had. Can you see how they kind of bend up a little? Yeah, you don't want to do that. So be more gentle. And then you will be just fine. Okay. Ooh, right on the money. All right, that first one was sea foam, and the last one will be granny apple green. And I need a darker green. That's not green. This is green. To have little punched out spots to tell me what color family, because I have several blending brushes. This way I don't have to wash them. Alright, so you're doing a light brushing. Don't be too vigorous. So you won't have any raised up parts. And some I'm going to make darker than others. Maybe that one. And maybe over here. That ought to do it. Okay. And then to clean these, all you have to do is put them in the sink under the tap water and rinse them off, and there you go. Isn't that pretty? Love this grip mat. There. And then to keep this clean, you just put it back on the little plastic sheeting that it came with. And if by some chance after a while it gets a little dirty, feel like there might be little pieces of some stuff stuck on it, it's just like with our photopolymer stamps, you just stick it under water, rinse it off, and like 2 minutes later, boom, it's dry and sticky again. Unbelievable. Okay, now, so this is what we want to do. Here's our new card, and we want to start with the inside first. So on this one, I want to not have quite so much flower showing. I want it to be a little more off center. So I'd like it to be, well, I thought I did. Let me see this. Oh, yeah. There we go. That's what I'm thinking of. All right. I want there to be about that much. Yeah, right there. Okay, now, so this is how I do it, and this might seem awkward or silly to you, but it works for me. I just hold this in place. I don't want to trace around it. This is too fine and it would leave lines I couldn't erase. So this is what I do. I tip up a little bit of it and I glue in a section and then I put it down. Hold it for a second or 2 or 3. Then I can move it around and do another section. Actually, I can pretty much get the rest of it. And make sure you get some glue in all of those little pointy areas. Oh, but I don't need to do this part because that's gonna be cut off, right? As a matter of fact, let me cut off most of that right now, just so I won't waste glue putting it on there. There we go. There. Now, so this is the inside part of our spotlight stamping, and then you can just turn it over and, oops, let me wipe off that little bit of glue I got there. There we go. Turn it over, trim off the part that's extending out. There you go. There's the inside. And you can always come back in. I thought I put glue on that part, but I didn't. So now I can. Easy peasy. Okay? Well, I'll leave those out. I'm gonna need those in a minute. Now we want to glue this right over that. So, there. So it needs to be glued right there. So one thing I want to do put a real light pencil mark there and cut it off. Okay. Ooh, you know what? Save that. That would be really pretty on the bottom of a card on some other project. Okay. Now, we want this to be right here. Now, I think I will use a little bit of repositionable tape because I want to hold it right in place. So, a little bit of tape. Make sure I'm all lined up. And I'm going to hold it right there. No, wait a minute. I did that wrong. We're not going to glue there. That's where I want to hold it with the tape. My brain's backwards. And now it's not coming off. There we go. Let's try this again. All right. So, there. Hold it right on there. Oh, the dog is knocking at the door. It's like, Mommy, it's time to go out and brush my hair. Okay, now this is held in place, and I just want to glue where, oh, you know what? Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Don't do as I show you. Just keep waiting. I'm going to get it right in a minute. I was right the first time because this is what you want to do. You want to draw a real faint pencil line here. And remember before, I did that, but I didn't do it light enough. Very light. Whisper that pencil across there. Whisper. Very light. Double check to make sure it's in place. Now, take this off. Okay, and see that pencil line? It's very light. You might not even be able to see it on camera. All right, so I want to stay to the outside of the pencil line, and I'll hold this up to the camera as soon as I get this done so that you can see. And I don't want to get too close to that pencil line either. If you get glue there and you don't need it, then it's really hard to get it off so that you don't see it on the inside and have it look ugly. Now, we'll go back over here, line it up again. Now, what I'm doing with my left hand is I'm holding it up off the card a little until I get it positioned into place, and then I push down so it doesn't smooch out of the way. There, perfect this time. Yay! And there's no line up there. Perfect. Yay! Okay, now I can go and cut this exactly. There. Perfect. Now, color on the outside, black and white on the inside, inside, outside spotlight stamping. Now, there's a little bit of a pencil line showing there, which there shouldn't be, but, well, theoretically. Since it's so light, look, I can get that off slicker than a whistle, and you can't see it. Yay! And just to be sure, I'm going to use my nice mono adhesive pencil eraser. Oh, it's also ink eraser. You know about these, right? I've told y'all on here before. Oops. This is, well, the words have all been worn off. I got it on Amazon, and it's called Mono. Same company that makes our green and white glue, Mono adhesive, but this is a mono eraser. And this is the side you'd use first. It's more, has more tooth to it. And this is a finer finish, like a fine grit sandpaper, which is a lot like this. So you use this side first and then this side. And it gets off a lot of different colors of ink. Not all, but you know, there you go. How about that? And that bracelet is going away. That clinking, driving me nuts. Okay. Now, to finish this off, on this one, I just put some little sequins I had in my stash. And on the inside, you can put whatever sentiment you like. And you're all done. Because you have an image already there. Isn't that cool? And it's not hard. Inside, outside spotlight stamping. So, there we go. What else did I want to tell you? I lost my notes. Wait a minute, here they are. I think I told you everything. Yep, okay. I will put a link to my blog in the description box below where you can see the photos and a product list. Um, if you need a demonstrator, I'd love to do that for you. I appreciate your business and I look forward to helping you create and being your creative coach. Please like and subscribe my channel by clicking on the bell. This really helps me because the more likes and subscriptions I get to on my channel, the more search engines will notice my channel, which in which in turn helps it to grow. So that will be great. And it helps you too because you receive notifications when I post a new video. All right. There's our, look at that. Same colors and they're a little different. Isn't that cool? All right. Happy stamping and I'll see you next week. Bye.